closing costs. How do you explain closing costs to people? Um, how do they budget for it? Do you see surprises in closing costs?
You can see surprises, but what I normally do is I'll get my escrow officer to do a net sheet for me. So there
What's a
really
net? You got
aren't.
to slow down. I'm a simple guy.
Oh,
What's a net sheet?
so a net sheet is going to give you the commission that the agent's going to make. It's going to give you all the title information, the taxes, and any of the escrow fees that's out there. So it's going to give you that breakdown.
So that's going to be for the sellers, right?
Also for the buyers.
So the buyers have to deal with commission too?
The buyers don't have to deal with commission, but they do have to know what closing cost is going on because they want to know what taxes they're going to be paying. And they also have their own escrow fees.
Oh, okay. So that's kind of just in their budget that what they need to know is how much money they've got to have in order to close the transaction then.
Correct. Because a lot of buyers, when they think of closing, they think of only maybe paying for a home inspection or the appraisal fees. They don't realize that there is taxes out there that they have to pay. There's title insurance, because when you have a loan on the property, then there's title insurance. So there are fees out there that buyers have to pay too.
I've found, especially with first time buyers, that becomes a surprise for them because most of them don't think about, they think their down payment is going to cover everything.
They do think that. And the good thing about it, if they'll go ahead and get a net sheet from escrow, sometimes they can use that to come in maybe and ask maybe the seller to pay a credit, and they can use it to apply it for those closing costs.
I find that a big benefit, especially for our veterans. Love our
Abs-
veterans.
Absolutely, absolutely. We just closed a deal where we actually gave a credit of $10,000, and the seller or the buyer was able to use that to do a roof repair they wanted to do, and also cover some of those closing costs.
Cool. So you again, that goes. So where do you find that information as far as what the needs are of the consumer? Do you have a sit down consultation with them before you get started, or when you're dealing on the buyer's side, or how does that work? Are you just finding somebody that's at an open house and you guys just start talking?
Normally, open houses are a great place to find buyers, and you definitely want to sit down and talk with them about what to expect in the total transaction. You want to let them know you will be doing a home inspection. Then there's termite. Then you got to negotiate what the seller is going to pay if there is some termite to be paid, whether it be fumigation or repairs. That's now negotiable. Used to, it was automatically a seller that had to pay that. Now it's negotiable. So a buyer needs to know that when they go into contract.